If you're thinking about getting into barbering, there's basically 3 options into the industry. One of them's free, one of them's fast, and one of them's the best. I personally have done all 3. I've been to college, I've done an apprenticeship, and I've gone all over the UK and Europe spending tens of thousands of pounds on private education. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down all 3 options, the pros and cons, so you can decide what option is going to be the best for you in your personal circumstances. I'm also going to help you avoid all the most common traps that people fall into when getting themselves started in the industry. The reason why I'm the one telling you this, I've been through all the avenues. I went to college, I finished top of my class, I left the college system feeling like I still didn't really know what I was doing. I had to redo all my training as an apprentice, and about halfway through my apprenticeship, the shop I worked in got franchised out, so I was exposed to a very, very high level of barbering right at the start of my career. Since then, I've gone on to work all across Scotland for about 7 to 9 years of my career. I then opened up my own shop about 3 years ago. And since then we've scaled it to 2 locations, we've had over 600 5-star reviews, we've won Scottish Barbers of the Year, and I now run a fully booked out academy where we actually train people from scratch on how to cut hair. 94% of them have gone on to work in barbershops and are still in the industry, earning money, building their careers within 30 to 60 days of actually leaving us. So I've sat in all the seats, I've seen the processes from start to finish from all different avenues, and I'm now taking what I've learned and I'm giving it back to people and getting them into the industry too. The way to think about learning to cut hair is very similar to learning how to drive a car. You're going to lock in your fundamentals, you're going to understand how the car works, how to control it, you're going to learn the rules of how to actually pass a test, and then you're going to pass the test, get onto the road, and you're actually going to have to learn how to drive. Barbering's very, very similar. There's very strict rules in hair cutting, there's very strict rules in barbering in general on how hair works, how you're actually going to approach these techniques and how to create shapes in hair. Once you lock these in, it's about learning them and then getting out there and actually using them on day-to-day clients and learning how to practically adapt and change them based on who's coming through the door, what all the different hair types that are going to come in as well. The difference between these 3 avenues is how fast you're going to lock in those fundamentals, how good your instructors are going to be, and how much it's actually going to cost you whilst you're actually learning. So the first road is going to be college. This is the path I went down first, so I have first-hand experience of how college works and what it's like to actually go and do a college course. There is a lot of pros and cons to college. College is about 9 to 12 months, so roughly around a year. It's free or heavily subsidised, so a lot of people can get a lot of help financially when they go to college from the government. And at the end of it, you'll get an official government qualification, which, you know, you can use in various different ways, I guess. If you wanted to use it to move country or get a visa somewhere, it like kind of backs you up. The problem with that is this is a very unregulated industry, and not a lot of people and not a lot of barbershops are actually going to really care if you have a college qualification. And in my experience, telling people that I had a college qualification actually kind of held me back a little bit because, you know, they thought, okay, this guy's gone through that whole system and he's actually been trained incorrectly from the start. It's kind of like a precursor in a high standard barbershop to knowing that that person now needs to be retrained. The pros of college, you know, it's free. So if you're 16 and you've just left school and you don't know what you want to do with yourself yet, it's not a bad option. You can go in there, you can get your hands on some hair, you can get into the industry and, you know, get a little bit of a feel for it before you commit to, you know, an apprenticeship or like an actual paid course. But the standard can be a little bit subpar, and it's not a knock on the people that teach the courses, it's just the curriculum and how it's been, you know, built and how it actually works. You're getting trained quite often by people who haven't worked in the industry, or maybe they're like retired hairdressers who have never actually been in a barbershop and they've never worked through a column of skin fades and clipper work and, you know, all the different skills and things that you're going to need to use on guys more generally. Low commitment. You will also get a qualification. The cons to going to college, you are going to be getting trained by people who aren't in the industry. In my experience, you're also getting trained in things that are not actually used. So we've done a lot of hot oil treatments and head massages and generally stuff that most guys aren't going to want in the barbershop and aren't ever going to ask for. I mean, I've been in the shop for 10 years. I don't think I've ever had one guy actually ask me for a hot oil skin conditioning scalp treatment. And you spend a few months of that doing it in college. Useless skills. Finally, everything you get taught in college to do with cutting hair, could probably get taught in about a quarter of the time by an actual proper high quality and experienced instructor. My honest take on college, it's free. It can be a good option for some people, but generally I would tend to kind of avoid it if you want to take barbering very seriously from the start. It's not to say it can't be a good option, but just make sure that you're going into it with your eyes open to actually what's going on, and be aware of the standard that's going to be operating outside of college. You know, it could be a great place to go in and get some practice, especially if you find yourself a good placement and you're going to be in a good barbershop that's going to be training you properly. You can use college as, you know, a day-to-day thing that you can go in and practice those skills and be around the industry. But yeah, I would just take quite often a lot of it with a pinch of salt. And that's not to say all colleges, but that was just my experience. You know, there could be some amazing lecturers out there that have experience and, you know, have done really well for themselves, and are, you know, they're going to teach you the right things. The second road into barbering is going to be apprenticeships. And this could either be the single best way into the industry, or it could also be a terrible way into the industry as well. If you get yourself a good apprenticeship in a good barbershop where the barbers and the senior stylists and the management in the shop are all working to like a really high standard, you're going to get the best education that you can get. You're going to learn the business side, you're going to learn how to cut hair, you're going to learn how to deal with clients from the start, you're going to be in the environment around people actually, you know, working day to day in that industry. But also, you could end up in a terrible barbershop. Some barbershops will also have super structured apprenticeships where you're actually going to go and do part-time at college alongside this, and you can end up getting a qualification too, which is also very good for if you want to go work abroad, like I was saying earlier. The only things you'll need to work in a barbershop are good cutting standards, insurance, public liability insurance, and also just operate to like a super high health and hygiene standard so that everything's clean and you're not going to cause any issues in that department. You know, you can go get certificates online and you can learn how to do all this properly if you do an apprenticeship or if you do a good course, and in college as well. So there's a few things around apprenticeships that can be drawbacks, and that is the fact that there aren't really a lot of good apprenticeships available, especially where I'm from in Scotland. There's a lot of high standard barbershops and a lot of good barbers that are really good at cutting hair, but they're few and far between, and with the volume of people that actually want to become barbers every year, most of these shops can only actually take, you know, one apprentice every 1 to 2 years as well. On top of this, just because someone's good at cutting hair and they have a busy clientele and they make good money, doesn't actually mean they're good at teaching you how to cut hair. A lot of people and a lot of barbers that are good regurgitate and copy things that they've learned from other people. They don't always necessarily actually understand what's going on or how to explain it properly. There was always a massive gap in my knowledge due to the lack of actually understanding of the people that trained me, and that's obviously not a knock on them either. I don't want to just be, you know, dismissing everything that everyone's taught me through my career, because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all these people, but there was a lot of gaps that I had to pay a lot of money to go and fill further down the line for me to be in a position where I could comfortably train my own staff and comfortably train my students and actually fully know what it is that I'm talking about when I'm explaining these things. One other drawback of apprenticeships are they're usually full-time, and quite often they're unofficial and unstructured, so you usually don't get paid, or you're going to get paid very little. This is okay if you're young or if you don't have very many financial responsibilities. You can go in there full-time and you can watch and you can sweep the floor and you can earn your stripes, but if you're someone who's a little bit older, or you know, you need to be earning a wage and you have financial responsibilities, working for free in a barbershop for 6 months to a year while you learn to cut hair before you even get to the point where you're going to be cutting and building a clientele isn't obviously always viable for a lot of people. It's a big commitment, and it's a big commitment of time. You're usually going to have to pay for a lot of your own equipment as well. It's not always a viable option for everyone that wants to get into the industry. One other thing to be wary of as well when choosing an apprenticeship is you don't have an eye for what is good and what's not good yet. So unless you actually have someone who can advise you or someone you know in the industry, you could go take an apprenticeship at a really busy shop that seems like they're succeeding, and then they just spend 1.5 to 2 years or a year or however long it takes teaching you completely wrong. And then when you actually try to then move forward in your career or move on to do your own thing, or you know, maybe you just reach a wall where you're kind of capped at your own abilities, you're so far in and you have so many habits built in your haircutting abilities that could just be wrong, and you then have to go and unlearn all of that to then be able to relearn the correct way to do it. And you could do that without having a clue what's going on the whole time. So it is something that you also need to be very, very wary of. To round it up, we have pros: high standard of training, real shop environment, So you're actually in there getting taught by actual barbers, and they're going to be up to date and modern in what they're doing for the most part. You're going to have a job at the end of this as well. Most places are not going to train you up and then sack you or chuck you out to the wolves. You're going to be trained for the specific purpose of actually working in that shop and cutting in their way. The cons though, very few and far between, so they're hard to find, and they're very limited to each area. It can take up to 2 years. You're not usually going to get paid, or you're going to get paid very little. So it's not viable for people who are not able to take that period of time not making any money. The third and final road into the barbering industry is going to be paid courses and private education. This is generally the fastest way into the industry, however it can also be the most expensive way into the industry too. A good private course is going to be hands-on skills from the very start. You're not going to have the fluff of the other ways into the industry. You're not going to have college for 9 to 12 months. You're not going to be sweeping floors and getting coffees before you're allowed to be on the tools like in an apprenticeship. You're going to get your equipment and you're going to get started on the core techniques and the core skills of cutting hair from the very beginning. Courses are generally designed to get you to a certain standard in an allocated amount of time. This is why courses have exploded in popularity over the past few years. They're more suited for people who have financial obligations and maybe can't take time away from work, or they have family that they need to look after and they need to learn part-time in a faster amount of time. They can't commit the amount of time that the other more traditional methods of getting into the industry require. Now, the drawbacks of courses, and I'm going to be honest with you, not all courses are created equally. A lot of courses out there have bad reputations, and that reputation has unfortunately been earned. A lot of places have high volume of students, outdated curriculums, people who can maybe cut hair but they don't know how to teach hair, same as the apprenticeship example, and they've got a lot of students that graduate with a bit of paper that say they can cut hair that can't get themselves into a shop because they can't cut to the standard that's required in the modern industry now. A lot of barbershop owners I know are going to see a course certificate and they're going to throw the CV straight in the bin. They're not going to give it the time of day because they're going to feel like they're going to have to retrain this person as an apprenticeship from the start, and instead of having to teach someone to learn stuff, they're probably better off taking on someone fresh and just teaching them from scratch. The point I'm trying to make is if you're going to go down the road of paid courses, the academy you choose and the people teaching it matter the most. The things you want to be looking for in a course are as follows. Are the people teaching the course actually working in the industry to a high level? Do they have businesses? Do they have succeeding shops? Do they have successful education businesses? Do they understand the why behind the techniques that they're teaching, not just generalized copy and paste haircutting? Is the curriculum in depth? Are they going to teach you how hair works and not just how to do a haircut? And finally, what's the success rate of their graduates? Are people coming off of these courses and actually finding jobs in good barbershops? And 6 months down the line, are they still actually cutting hair and succeeding in the industry? Or have they fallen off or had to go back to the start to retrain again? If you cannot find this information when you're looking for a course, I would be very, very wary and skeptical about booking onto it. A good course is going to show you evidence of all these things. You're going to be able to see the educators' work, you're going to be able to look up their businesses, and you're going to be able to follow a track of these people starting the courses with them and going on to work in other shops. That's the bar I would personally set for a course, and that's the bar and the standard that we try to hold in our own academy. So to recap, courses are going to be the fastest and the most expensive. The pros of courses are going to be as follows. You can get super high standard courses with super high standard education, low time commitment, part-time, just real skills straight off the bat, flexible. You're not going to have to be in a shop all day every day or in college all day every day. So the cons to courses, because there are some, they're not all created equally. Some can be very low quality. Some have bad reputations, they can be expensive, the results can vary massively person to person. So the main thing you got to do is choose carefully. So which path is best for you? Honestly, it kind of depends on your personal situation, but let me simplify them all. If you're young, you've just left school, you don't mind a softer entry and a slower pace, you've not got any financial obligations, college is a really good way to dip your toe in. Just go into understanding that there's a chance you're going to have to do an apprenticeship after, or you're going to have to at least supplement your education with paid education after. But, you know, it's a great way to dip your toe into the industry and get a feel for if it's something that you're actually going to want to do with the rest of your life. If you can find a structured apprenticeship and you have the time to actually commit to it and you don't have any financial obligations again, this is probably the best option. If you can get a good apprenticeship, grab it with both hands. It's the best way into the industry. It's going to give you the most experience. It's going to teach you the biggest plethora of skills. Back to the driving analogy, whatever path you take, the goal is to pass your test as fast as possible and get out there on the roads. That's why we built our 12-week beginner program the way we did. We took everything I wish I'd known at college, everything I wish I knew in my apprenticeship, and everything I had to spend 10 years and tens of thousands of pounds learning throughout my career, and condensed it into our 12-week program. Modern haircutting techniques taught by people who are operating at the highest level of the industry. This is the kind of teaching that gets you industry ready, doesn't just give you a worthless bit of paper. Over 90% of our graduates are working in the industry, making money and doing this as a career. If this sounds like something you want to do, the link's in the description. Don't hesitate to reach out to us and we can answer any questions you have.